Everyone watching television is talking about. A place with anchors you've known for years. The people of NBC News. A place that's full of surprises 24 hours a day. We didn't invent cable news. We're reinventing it. See for yourself right now on cable and the internet. MSNBC, when you really want to know.
We're monitoring a very volatile weather
The
situation.
Weather Channel's team of meteorologists are working right now, tracking weather that may affect you and those you care about. Stay informed. Check in with us throughout the day, every day. This is your local forecast. Weather information you can plan on, only on the Weather Channel.
This edition of WeatherScope is brought to you by Genuine Chevrolet, the cars most Americans trust.
This is WeatherScope.
The severe weather potential is rising for the southeast again today. That system caused damage in the southeast yesterday and is rolling across the northeast and is a big rainmaker for the Big Apple. Good afternoon. Welcome to WeatherScope. I'm Lisa Moser. We have a live crew positioned in New York City, which is a big race city for this weekend. But today, many people on the street have been running to dodge the rain. For the latest, we go to Rich Johnson in the Forecast Center. Rich?
Thank you, Lisa. We're looking at two different parts of our storm here. Of course, yesterday the storm, part of it was in Florida, and there was quite a few tornado touchdowns. Today, a lot of energy from that part of the storm made its way up the East Coast, and we are seeing some rain. Let me show you the setup for this rain on the East Coast. What we had yesterday was a low pressure center forming along the northeast Gulf of Mexico, and that low swung out along the East Coast. So by this morning it was out along the North Carolina-Virginia border, and by this evening should be making its way up toward northern New England, and it certainly has quite a bit of rain with it. 1 to 2 inches of rain have been in its wake, and the heaviest of the rain right now making its way into Pennsylvania and into New York State and heading up into southern New England. Well, joining me right now, Mike Seidel. Mike, I saw some people walking about, walking their dogs, or just walking around town. What do you have there for us?
We've got some wind and rain here in New York City today. Rich, it kicked off about 8:30 this morning. We've had some heavier rainfalls and some gustier winds. Winds have gusted 25 to 30 miles an hour. We're here at Central Park West, just off Columbus Circle, and there is a lot of traffic. We have something going on. I don't know if we have a problem in the subway. There's a lot of fire trucks and police vehicles, so that's causing somewhat of a jam here in Columbus Circle. Let's go to the Weather Channel mass cam and take a look. We're looking off to the southeast towards the Essex House as we pan off to the right. We'll pan back towards Broadway and 8th Avenue and get a sense of the clouds, the gray overcast, but not a bad day overall. Temperature right now is running at 61 in the park, as a lot of people are coming up from the subway station here at Columbus Circle. Beyond them is Central Park, which normally would be very crowded if the sun was out this November 1st, but today with the rain, the earlier joggers have disappeared. We have a few people walking through the park, but the rollerbladers, the joggers, and the people that usually are out in the park on a nice Saturday afternoon are not there because of the storm, which we'll be following from our position here in New York City at Columbus Circle and Central Park West throughout this afternoon and this evening. And tomorrow, the big New York City Marathon, 30,000 participants running through the streets of New York City in the rain. That's possible. We'll keep you posted. But rain and wind continues this afternoon and tonight. From New York, back to you in Atlanta.
Thank you, Mike, and it looks like it's going to be a wet afternoon for you there. We'll check back with you later. That's Mike Seidel in New York City, giving us the latest information on the rain and some of the wind. The setup for the Northeast today, we have a low scooting up the coast, and we have the rain making its way into southern New England, and certainly can see all of the Northeast under clouds. And under those clouds, we have a good deal of rain. Most of the rain, actually some very heavy amounts of rain, west of the Susquehanna Valley, out across the looks like heading over to the Laurels and Allegheny Mountain area. We're looking over toward New York City, and here's all the rain heading up across Long Island. It is coming down, although where Mike is, there appears to be just a little bit of a break right in through here. You can see a little bit light area of rain, but overall it is looking like a fairly big soaker around the Northeast today as the low pressure center makes its way up the coast. So that's the Northeast. The Southeast, more storms today. Yesterday there were storms in Florida. In fact, there was a supercell thunderstorm, which is a long track thunderstorm that has the ability to continue to produce severe weather. This one here, this is a waterspout off the coast of Sarasota, but more likely it's probably even a tornado. And the difference, what's the difference between a waterspout and tornado? Usually the tornadoes over water a little bit stronger. So far, tornado watch issued out of Norman, Oklahoma, out of the Storm Prediction Center, including for you in Jackson. So we're watching severe weather, thunderstorms in Mississippi. Later today, an additional watch area may come out for parts of Alabama and Florida as this cold front plows across the southeast. Our satellite picture showing what's going on in the southeastern United States. We see the clouds, and if you notice the texture of the clouds right on into Mississippi and even into parts of Tennessee here, they look a little bit rough. Those are the high thunderstorm clouds that are bubbling up as the storms continue to make their way in the southeast. Most active cloud-to-ground lightning strikes indicated by white. Those are active storms. Just make sure you stay out of the way as those storms come on in. You don't want to be around as those lightning strikes are in your area. Active storms, Jackson northward. Thunderstorms heading over to you in Nashville, but those are considerably weaker than the ones in Mississippi, and also into North Georgia, a couple storms heading over to the northwest side of Atlanta. So that wraps up the situation in the southeast. We see some thunderstorms, some of those likely to become severe, and also in northwest Florida, tornado warning, Santa Rosa, also Escambia County, due to water spouts. Now let's head back to the studio with Lisa. She's going to talk more about the national weather and the forecast. And if you want more information, make sure on your computer, www.weather.com.
Thanks, Rich, for the update on the severe weather. Of course, this afternoon throughout the day, we will be checking back with you in the Forecast Center for more.